keeping an eye on Facebook, as you know, it had a little bit of a dust up in that it couldn't technically rerun or re-show the Declaration of Independence because it was deemed through its algorithms to be hate speech. Of course, this at the same time a song about the American flag, which seemed to be as innocuous as you could get, couldn't be advertised on Facebook because it too was deemed under the umbrella of hate speech. The read now from Illinois Treasurer, Democrat Mike Frerichs. He's calling for major changes at Facebook, having nothing to do with these issues per se. But, Treasurer, very good to have you.
Neil, good to be with you.
So let's understand, first of all, how you feel. I know this is not your cause here. This has all happened since you wanted to take a look at how Facebook seems to keep screwing up. You argue it's an issue of governance, right? And you're looking for outside directors to come in, maybe a new executive chairman. Explain what you want to see.
Well, we believe Facebook has good fundamentals, but we think it could perform better. We think one of the ways they could do that was with a new corporate governance strategy. Separate the CEO and the chairman of the board. Have a truly independent board of directors with an independent chairman. And we think they might have been able to avoid some of the scandals or some of the bad news they've received over the last year and a half. And we also think we should democratize their shareholder voting. We think just in a democracy, one person, one vote. We think that Facebook should adopt a one share, one vote policy. Right now, too much power is concentrated in one person.
Are you concerned, though, that whatever, your altruistic reasons, you're going a little too far? And some of your critics contend you're using this to put the strong arm of the law on a company that's had ample success and using college savings funds to leverage what you want on the backs of your investors.
Yeah, we think we want to do is on behalf of the hundreds of thousands of families that are saving for their kids' college education. Because college costs have skyrocketed, we want to maximize their return. Facebook has been a good investment for these families. But what you've seen in light of the privacy issues and some other scandals, a widening investigation of Facebook, you've seen people decreasing their time on the platform. And with that, that's going to mean decreased ad revenue. And that's going to mean depressing their share price.
Well, none of that has happened yet. And you're right, sir. None of that has happened yet. It could. But I'm just wondering, for a lot of your investors, and this is obviously you're talking about college savings funds and the monies which you oversee, Facebook has been generously rewarding them. You could be killing that.
I don't think we're killing it. I think it has been a good investment, but we think it could be better. We think that for other mature industries, Facebook is no longer a startup company run by an individual genius. We think that, like with
do you think the
other
company
large
still
mature
needs that
corporations,
individual genius? Do you think Mark Zuckerberg should still be there?
Well, we're not advocating for Mark Zuckerberg leaving the company. We think he has a role in Facebook. We just don't think he should have those two roles of CEO and chairman. Bring in an independent chairman. Mark Zuckerberg can still run the company. But we think that there should be independent oversight, just like in most other major corporations in America.
So would that apply beyond Facebook? In other words, would you look at your investments if they were elsewhere in Google, Alphabet, in Microsoft, and Apple, and on and on and on we go, where you think that maybe outside influences should play a role?
Yes, exactly. We've been consistent on this. With Facebook, this is not reacting to the latest news. We have been engaging with Facebook for the last year and a half on some of these changes. And we've engaged with other companies as well, whether it be Wells Fargo or McKesson or Cardinal Health. We've also called upon them to split the CEO and the chairman of the board. We think that's good corporate governance practice for those companies. We think it's good for Facebook. And we think it's good for other large, mature corporations.
So
when you're a small startup, yes, you need that control.
All right, I'm sorry, sir. When some of your critics contend that you risk going too far with this, I know you're separately targeting drug wholesalers for not doing more to curb, for example, the opioid crisis. Do you worry that with the best of intentions, you could be killing off successful enterprises just by the government moves you're making and advocating?
No, we think that this is good corporate governance. This is how capitalism has worked. Mature companies have grown, and they have independent boards of directors. Now, Facebook was a startup. but it's had phenomenal growth, and it's reached a point where we think they need to change their corporate governance, just like other major corporations in this country. I'm not worried because these changes haven't killed off other large cap stocks or companies in this country.
So when you heard this latest controversy over the Declaration of Independence being deemed on Facebook to be hate speech, what did you think of that?
Well, we think there are problems out there. We think there are bigger problems with privacy issues. We think there should be more accountability and transparency. We don't like it when Facebook goes in front of Congress and has to change their testimony later. We don't really like to see expanding probes from the Justice Department being investigated by the FBI, the FTC, and the SEC. And we do think that if you brought in some new directors who are truly independent, had experience in privacy issues, we think we could head off some of these investments, and you would take a very good performing company and make it better and more profitable for the families in our state who are saving to send their kids to college.
So when Facebook responds that they do have a diverse and independent board, you just don't buy that?
Well, we think the chairman of the board is also the CEO. That is, by definition, not independent. So that's the major change we'd like to make. And then we also just think the shareholders, if they're owners in the company, should have an equal vote to the insiders.
All right.
And we think that is a way to make a company better. But right now, their voting structure is, in a way, undemocratic. We think there should be one share, one vote.
Treasurer, thank you very, very much. Very good seeing you.
Neil, thank you.